Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
And what if I said yes?
Well, I'd be grateful, I suppose. Anything else?
I must leave you.
You cannot pass. Only the Norts have access to the prison.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave, but the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes,
Might I have a word with them?
as you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Be back soon, Captain. Good day. Someone told me...
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked...
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there, and when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like...
Does he know anyone in Serene?
no one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start with this.
No.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, the itch for a drink gets us all. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's... I called back to him.
I need to be going. Farewell. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just stopped and...
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. And the captain? No.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. The other day. And then when... Well, those...
Why didn't you intervene? Did you report this?
Unfortunately, the captain.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you? The night...
Maybe. for
Do
sure.
you know what was on his mind?
No.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere
How
cat?
would I know? Jonas is... You'd think my...
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. I seem to recall that regular being there. The kind of fellow who plays from morning to now and again he comes out.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young... Hair down to his neck, light brown?
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me.
What kind of damage are we...
A good half of my furniture was broken into...
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged.
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. On his books, mate. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. Dangerous fellows. They've a
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. In any case, if you were...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Anything else?
I'm looking for a Nort. A young cabin boy who's been
A
missing.
naught, you say? That's not a lot to...
According to one of his fellows...
A kidnapping. In my establishment. I would have noticed. That...
Someone told me about one of your faithful...
I see. An able...
Where might I find him at this...
Here? He would never give up. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't reckon...
No. Have no fear. I'm looking for a Nort that disappeared. A young cabin boy.
Yes, that don't...
What can you tell me about the boy?
He seemed rather nervous, and he must have been right to be nervous. If he's this...
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in. The kind of man you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. And I think I might well have seen those same men. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it...
Who was the rich merchant, do you think?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happened. It was Sir Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off...
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. You You think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir...
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive... Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. And to what do I owe the honor?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here.
It concerns a delicate matter. According to witnesses, he...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong... He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that and that his men escorted him from the...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you...
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply... A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched close.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first.
Excuse me, madam.
If you would be...
With respect, my lady.
Might I help you, sir?
I need to be going. Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. Matters turned out a little more complicated than I... Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're...
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants, that you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the bridge, and he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with...
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you're still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him on your own lands.
How embarrassing. I should have shown more honesty. Please accept my excuses. And this modest gift for the voyage that awaits.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye.
It's blocked.
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles!
That vulture of a tavern master?
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's blocked.
This man is going to bring the guard out if he keeps shouting like that. We should have gotten rid of him.
Don't be an idiot. It's obvious that he's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. Oh, he's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been the reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt?
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
I beg of you.
He seems to have grown wiser all of a sudden.
Yes, yes. Don't hit me anymore.
Very well.
Yes, good sir.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be.
Sir de Sardet, I presume. It is an honor to... Captain, you set sail soon?
Yes, we will.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier Fredias, but the Port Authority formalities for shipping take... And we've already lost quite a bit of time.
Are you blatantly asking us to...
I would never ask you to do...
But you...
Well, now, but this cargo must reach...
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat?
Your Highness, I'm happy. Your absence this morning.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. I'm sad to have caused you any. Would you believe that though still seeing double from last night's drink, ta-da!
You might have refrained from the company of bandits.
Take away the ring.
But you wanted to ask me something, de Sardet.
What will be your official title on Tier?
Come now, don't be... But His Highness has also, I am therefore required, but also obtain as much... Your help will be extreme.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving.
Sir?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tier Fredi.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness.
Are you ready?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become...
Our magic, yes. As for your question, others are sea gifted. It's how the guild is made and maintained.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island...
It is a magnificent... The natives, they were very friendly. I've also heard, but I wouldn't know what else to tell you.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all in.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship.
Impossible. You're too late. All merchandise must be registered at the port, so... Unless you're asking me to turn...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, they'll have to wait.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position.
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you. My quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge trooper. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to place guards where our cargo is being held. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head.
In that case, We're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him
a contract. But what kind of contract are we speaking?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the... In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before their... I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even... But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small... And ever since, he's been a naught. Our ships are...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking?
Take a look around. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, that's said.
A smuggler?
In the port jails. May I ask you?
Nothing to bother yourself about?
You wouldn't, by the sheerest. The same a couple of the
And so you know about that?
Of course. And they were making quite a fuss. Feel free to carry out your own. The port brigs, just like the warehouses.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's...
Yes?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. She told me a strange story. She said that he was taken...
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to bring him...
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. Since time immemorial, there's always been children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they all... From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord. And certain...
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement?
No. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted. What counts most? Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
if you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
I've seen a few escapes in my time.
Are you the smuggler?
If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit...
You can see for yourself that I'm no Naut. Come now. Are you the one
I'm already locked up. Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not...
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting... I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never be...
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this...
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this... They must be waiting for me. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find them...
Thank you.
Anytime. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
It's blocked.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting... The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Who is that? May the Illuminated save us. Did the...
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your...
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition? Please, please, have pity on us. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than his...
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you...
Our only error was wanting to publish our...
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would... But the Inquisition wants to silence...
Tell me more about your research.
Our work concerned the teachings of St...
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Teleme after traveling...
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of.
And? What did...
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias... But The text that we discovered was radically different.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth.
It was written in black and white.
I understand now what that This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could...
Oh, we have signed already, and we were even ready to say that we had never...
It served no purpose. It's our lives.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the...
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for...
That would be better than being burned.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us...
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler, and he'll certainly be in touch. Be careful, and safe travel.
Oh, thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the heretic...
Curse them! How?
Alas, these renegades have found... I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene quick. We have nothing else to do but...
I must be going. Farewell,
May them.
Captain, sir, we were given orders.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet.
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end.
Move out, quick.
Excuse me, madam, but
If you would be so courteous, I...
Come on now, stop lying.
That is not true.
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer...
Prison? But what...
Kidnapping. Whether in the eyes of the prince, you have...
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if he's in our warehouse. I am certain that once you have...
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy. Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of under...
Sir de Sade, what are you...
I've come looking for your son.
Those...
Would you be so kind as to hear what I... You've taken your son against his... Is that what you call me?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent. You are far too...
I looked into the contract that binds you to the North. It was indeed you.
It is...
You should have thought of that before.
The prince will know.
Her sadness will be all...
You wouldn't dare.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the...
All children leave the...
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Locked.
Who are you?
My name is Desai. Your captain has sent me to find...
Were you able to convince my...
Yes. Even if I had...
That doesn't surprise me. I feel more sorry for my mother.
You don't seem to be all that close to your...
I hadn't seen them since I was... They find me. My family is the Knots.
Yes.
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the...
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on...
You do. It's a rather sad affair.
All we can do is plot a course. I do thank you. Your actions bring you honor.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
So eager to discover Tir Fridee. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that.
The beast has awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.